अरे कौन बोला कि मैं मर गया हूँ? एसीपी अभी जिंदा है। कुछ तो गड़बड़ है दया। ये सॉस का कलर नारंगी नहीं लाल लग रहा है। दया पता लगाओ ये कांड किसने किया?
You, Me and Cooking episode 1.4.
So today we are going to make tricolor sandwich. Well, it's a very simple recipe that you can make even last minute. In case you're new here, my name is Czzlina. Hey, recipe Lina. So let's hope this is a quick one. आता नेहमीच हाय म्हणते ना तुला हा थोडा भाव नको का खायला मधून मधून. Let's keep a very famous pan on top of it. Yeah, I have never done this in my life before. No, that's not true. Why don't you just go around and search a bit on my channel to find out whether it's actually true or not. So in this pan, we are going to add 1 tablespoon of oil. And why did I do that? You are going to find it out later. And in this pan, we are going to add 2 whole chopped tomatoes. We are not going to finely chop them, just cut them in half. And I'm going to add 5 clove pods.
Huh?
And I'm going to add 5 garlic cloves. Cook these tomatoes for 5 minutes on medium flame. Why are we doing this step? Just to char the tomatoes to get that roasted barbecue flavor. Well, I remember that last year I added 3 whole tomatoes. I was just saving 1 tomato because I don't want to go out to buy veggies again. But that's a chore you have to do every week. So you better enjoy it. I'm going to cover the pot and let it cook/roast for 5 minutes. And why do you have these coriander leaves here? You are going to know it later. Let's just check on our tomatoes. They're angry, I guess. पानी में डाल दिया मेरे को तेल के साथ मेरा भेजा गरम हो गया like that. आई मला नाकाचे केस जळायला लागले रे ये टोमॅटोच्या वासानं. Madam, where are you? The tomatoes are burning. Yeah. I'm coming. Let's see what's going on with the tomatoes. So I'll just flip them. I didn't do this last year, but this year I'm going to improve my cooking skills. And let's turn on the flame, and I'm going to roast them from the back side for 2 minutes. Gosh, this recipe just never finish. I just want to sleep without all this noise. And let's add these fresh hot charred tomatoes in the blender jar right away. Smells like a barbecue. Make sure the lid is properly fixed. What do I do at this point? Air muffing manure. Yeah, you're right, Maddie. Air muffing manure. God, she's so boring. No! Wow, that was the first fail. It was. Yeah, I'm proud of myself. And why did that happen? Because the tomatoes were too hot. At this point, I can fix any mess I can.
30 minutes later.
Whew, that was one hell of a tragedy, wasn't it? Did you notice how calm I was during the tragedy and how I acted swiftly? I should have never put in the hot tomatoes on mixer in the first place. But you know, Dumbo. So in that tragedy, sadly, we have lost all of our garlic cloves. So I'm going to roast 5 garlic cloves again. I don't know about all of the people, but most of the people would have just froze in that tragedy but not me, because I have endured a lot of difficult in my life, guys. You need a person like me when, not if, when nuclear apocalypse will happen. But eventually, you cannot trust me to cook a simple tomato sauce in the apocalypse. Let me just turn on the heat and let's get done with it already. What did you think? I'm going to stop if a little tragedy happens to be while cooking? No, the show must go on. So I don't have time as it is. That's why I added the hot tomatoes in the mixer jar in the first place. Yeah, they're almost gone, so I'm going to turn off the induction. आता झाली ना तुझी गरमी शांत. आता नाही छळणार मला. आता पेशन्स नाही जास्त माझ्यात. Escape the muffing manure and use the one hand to keep the lid in the place. मानलं रे पहिला एवढं मोठं ट्रॅजेडी झाली तरी नाही थांबली आमची मॅडम. Way to go, madam. Kudos to you. And I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of oil. And in this pot, I'm going to add half teaspoon of cumin seeds, half teaspoon of urad dal. I don't know what they call it in English, split gram, smitten gram, I have no idea. And half teaspoon of split Bengal gram. Make sure to roast it completely in oil. नाही तर कच्ची कच्ची अशी दगडी डाळ खावी लागेल. And let's add 8 curry leaves. And I'm going to add 3 finely chopped red chilies. Why am I adding red chilies? आता हिरव्या मिरच्या घातल्यावर अशा उठून नाही का दिसणार. मग हिरवा कढीपत्ता नाही उठून दिसणार का? See, everything is pretty chopped and I should have added the mirchis in the beginning. याला मराठीमध्ये फोडणी म्हणतात. फोडणी, ओढणी नाही, फोडणी. And now I'm going to add the tomato puree. And I'm going to add half cup of water in it. और ये पानी है ना सीधे सीधे नहीं डालना, ऐसे पहले मिक्सर के बर्तन में डालना, उसको ऐसा धोना फिर डालना. और ये ढक्कन को काय को छोड़ना, उसको भी ऐसा पानी डाल के धोना और इधर सॉस में डाल देना. Let's add half teaspoon of turmeric powder. Let's add half teaspoon of red chili powder. And last but not at all the least, let's add half teaspoon of salt and half teaspoon of sugar in it. And we are finally getting that orange color. And after all this conundrum and drama, if the sauce turns out right, the ending will be worth it. And we have to cook this sauce until it becomes thick. It is delicious. Yeah! Now I can proudly say, ACP sir, ये कांड हमने किया है. So let me just cook this sauce on medium flame for 10 minutes. See, tomato sauce is exactly like lonsa. Lonsa means achar. Achar means pickle. The more you cook it, the more flavor is going to release. But don't let it burn though. आता तुम्ही दुकानातला टोमॅटो सॉस लावू शकता पण त्याला असा स्वाद नाही येणार. आणि एवढा मोठा कांड केल्यावर जेव्हा सॉस तयार होतो ना तर त्याची वेगळीच मजा असते, हो की नाही? Now it has reached the perfect sauce consistency. It's a bit more watery than that, but I don't care. I'm going to turn it off. And let's remove this sauce in white bowl for aesthetic purposes and storage purposes too. And you can keep this sauce in freeze for up to 2 weeks. But this sauce is so delicious, it's not going to stay in the fridge for 2 weeks. It's not. All this conundrum for just a bowl full of sauce. That's the story of everybody's life, isn't it? So if you are experimenting with how much salt or chili powder one needs to add in a dish, then as per my little experience in cooking, one must add equal amount of chili powder and salt. But again, it depends on your taste, namak kasa ghala swadanussar. Now I'm scared for this bowl. So now let's keep it here. Why should I be scared? The worst has already happened. Yeah, man, aap ka challa utar bhai. The worst has already happened, so I have nothing else to be scared of. In this blender bowl, I'm going to add 1 and 2 tablespoons split gram. So since we want to get that bright green color like the prosperity of our esteemed nation, I'm going to add whopping 7 sprigs of coriander. And I'm going to add 3 coarsely chopped green chilies. So I'm going to add half teaspoon of cumin seeds. Let's add 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Now I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. There's an incident of lemon vendor. I'm going to tell it now. अब सबका चुन चुन के बदला लेगी ये बहन. So I went to the lemon vendor years ago and I bought 1 plate of lemon which cost about 10 rupees, and somebody else bought the plate of lemon earlier and left an empty plate on the counter, and the lemon vendor thought that I took 2 plates of lemon, and then I told him, paise de. Then I took my vegetable bag and just emptied it all over his counter. I know how to put nasty people in their place. I do.
Don't worry, there were only lemons in the bag.
And I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of water in it. The chutney tastes awesome. And a little tip for you guys, if you are thinking about adding lemon juice in any dish, then you must reduce half of the amount of salt from your dish. Otherwise, your dish is going to be salty. So finally, the moment we all been waiting for. This have been. Let's remove the edges of bread. CEO always says, "हे सारखे ब्रेडचे कडा का कापतात तर ब्रेड वाया नाही का जातो तर." So how can you limit the wastage of these bread edges? You can fry them in chili powder salt or simply eat them. Let me just get half tablespoon of green chutney on it. Keep the bread on top of it. Let's not make it any more soggy. Clean the spoon thoroughly before dipping it into red sauce. Orange tomato sauce. Yeah, it kind of looks tricolor. And divide it. Asas kupsa. We are definitely seeing that tricolor, aren't we? Seeing that tricolor here too. And there you go. We have successfully finished the tricolor sandwich. If you love this recipe, don't forget to like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to You, Me, and Cooking. See you next time. दया क्राइम तो हमने ही किया और हमने ही पूरा साफ कर दिया.